Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel We Fade to Grey. And yeah, summer's definitely over. It's chucking it down here in Manchester. It's a reassuring northern drizzle falling on my head. So yeah, the nights are getting longer, temperature's dropping. That means one thing: Christmas party season. So sooner rather than later there's going to be somebody coming around to your office organising the Christmas party. And when I was younger, I always used to say yes because I felt obliged, and get on with your work colleagues, and it might help your career and all the rest of it. Did it? Probably not. So now, if ever I get invited to a Christmas party, I just say no. And I think, my last job I was in, there was a Christmas party. The job was in Liverpool, so it meant having to drive for about an hour from where I live in Manchester. A few drinks, not too many, and then drive back. And I thought, what's the point? I'm not going to see any of these people in 6 months' time. I'm leaving in January. They've probably forgotten about me by Easter. What's the point? So I just said no. And I think it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that your work colleagues are your friends, and they're quite honestly not. I've known this from past experience. I've thought I've been really close with my work colleagues. When I've left, I've gone back. Morning. I've gone back to the office, and it's like, oh, how are you doing? All the rest of it. And then, within 5-10 minutes, once the pleasantries are over, you realise you've got nothing in common, and that's probably usually the last time you're going to see them. And it's always amazing how quickly you can be forgotten. Even if you've been somewhere years, you can go back and realise that life's moved on, new people have started, new relationships have formed, and you're not part of the furniture anymore. You've gone, you've left, and those people that you thought you had a strong connection with probably don't. They've moved on. So it just kind of leads into the theme that I'm trying to develop at the moment of definitely finding purpose and connections outside of work. Don't be lulled into the false illusion that your work colleagues are your friends, because apart from work, have you really got anything else in common? I'm not saying that all work colleagues can't become good friends. If you've established a good working or a good friendship outside of work with your work colleagues, and it's highly likely that's going to continue once you leave, then fine. I think you probably could count them as friends. But if the only time that you socialise with your work colleagues is on work events, Christmas parties, leaving dues, all the rest of it, they're probably not your friends. And without that common bond of the office, I don't think your friendship's really going to last. So my advice would be, when you do get asked to the Christmas party this year, maybe just think twice about if you should go or not. And if you're just going out of obligation because you don't want to let your work colleagues down, or you don't want to lose face, or you don't want to appear to be the office grump, does it matter? Probably isn't going to impact on your career. And if you do go, probably isn't going to help your career either. Sometimes just have the courage to say no. If you don't want to go, if you don't want to spend 4 and 5 hours of excruciating small talk with your work colleagues at an office do, just say no. I know when you're young, you don't always have the confidence to say no, but as you get older, yeah, you're quite happy to say no. And I always find as well that these work dues, maybe the last hour's all right when everyone's had a drink and everyone's relaxed, but they can be quite excruciating, particularly if you sat down at a long table at a Christmas do, maybe sat with somebody that you don't really know. The conversation very quickly dries up. So would you rather be at home watching my videos? I'm sure you would. By the way, I've had 1 or 2 comments that people have been searching We Fade to Grey, and they come up with me instead of what they were expecting, so I do apologise for that. But yeah, stick around, you might actually enjoy my content more. So good news on my channel, nearly at 4,000 subscribers. So if you have subscribed, thank you very much. And if you do like my content and you you keep coming back, and this is you know, one of many videos that you've watched of mine, but you haven't subscribed, then I would ask that you possibly consider subscribing. There's plenty more content to come, and I do want to develop my channel in different ways, not just searching for a job, but also life after work, retirement, and the bigger picture of, you know, life in middle age. So if that's something of interest to you, then please consider subscribing. Anyway, I'm getting wet through here in not very sunny Manchester today. The rain's coming down thick and fast now, so I'm going to sign off, say goodbye, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.